Hello, this is a video on efficiency in the arcade. I'm going to talk about making your eco and build clean. You want to practice with non-eco civ. So pretty much, I like going with Saracens. They don't have any eco bonus, so they're really good to practice with. So when you load it into the game, first thing you want to do is make Q villagers. So that's what I'm going to start off with. Now let's just pause, because now what you do after you queue villagers is really important. The order is, first you make vills, then you make the house with 2 villagers, and after that you make another house with only 1 villager. After that you want to send your scout to your sheep, if they're not already scouted like they are here. Now here you don't have to build. Normally you would send your scout to your sheep, send 1 sheep under TC, send 2 sheep to scout, 1 under just to wait, and keep the scout scouting. There's that. So this is what you normally do. And also what I like doing at the start is making sure your hotkeys. I like hotkeying at the start. So what do? I put my scout on a hotkey. You need to do this so you can keep on jumping when you scout. And I put my other hotkey on my town center. You can also use you can also put a hotkey for the town center in the settings. You can either have all town centers or only 1 town center. That's also fine. You just have to make sure both has hotkeyed. After that, you get your sheep, you send 1 in, you send 2 to scout, and then what I like doing is I like shift clicking my villagers like this. So because this makes it easier. They're both gonna all 3 of them are gonna automatically go to the sheep, and the villager from the town center, you just right click it on the sheep, and your eco is going to be clean. Now the first priority in your game is to find the woodline, because when you have 6 villagers, you're going to have to see this is a nice back. Normally you want to have a back woodline. It's generally better because it's less susceptible to viruses. When you're getting to 6 sheep, you want to send 1 sheep next to the other sheep. So like this. So like it's ready. You also want to get it right next to it. So if you find any extra sheep, you can also scout. But most of the time, in most of my games, I just send it to the TC. Like, it could be coming too lame, so it's completely fine just to send it back. So here, after you do this, you shift click the villagers. So here I shift click them, so they have no idle time. Like you have less idle time, so that's really good. See, more sheep. Send them in. And now the 7th villager, a good 7th villager goes to, and the scout has an efficiency, I misclicked there. So the 7th villager goes to your to the woodline. After that, you keep on shift clicking your sheep villagers and just keep on scouting your map. What you want to find is you want to find 4 sheep, or it can also be, instead of, like, there's 2 groups of 4 sheep. 4 spawn next to your town center, like I did here, and 4 spawn around the map, like they're in groups of 2 and 2. You can also have cows. So you can have 3 cows here, and then you have 2 groups, a group of 2 cows and a group of 1 cow around the map. Or you can also have cows under your TC and 4 sheep, like 2 groups of 2 sheep around. So you want to find that, then you want to find 2 of your stones in case you get tower rushed, so you can put some villagers on it. You want to find your deer also, in case they're like pushable or something. And you want to find 3 golds, 1 main one, 1 extra one, and the second extra one I haven't found yet. So with the scout order, I'm gonna put 3 on wood. So wood placement is another important thing. You want to make sure you can, like, if I put it right here, for example, it would get inefficient after, like, when you're in fuel, pretty much. This would get chopped up and they will get inefficient. They will have to walk through. This way you have a lot more layers of it. You want to put it in, and it's also good if you put it like in a department where it fits nicely. You always want to put the Lumbercamp right next to the woodline. This. And you keep shift clicking, and shift clicking is really important. If you get used to shift clicking, you can get way faster. So now from here on, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a rush, you go 4 on wood. If you go for scouts, man-at-arms even, I go for 3 on wood, but that doesn't really matter. Here, just on efficiencies. Here, you shift click them here, and then as soon as this sheep dies, I normally go out for my boar, like the 4 sheep pretty much. That was the 4 sheep. When the 4 sheep dies, I like sending a villager out for a boar. The timing could differ. It depends on how far it is. Like this is the average distance, but if it would be like maybe even behind a woodline like this, then you would have to send it even a little bit earlier before they kill it. Another important thing I did there was I hotkey the villager. This way you can just keep on jumping between the scout, the town center, and the boar villager. This is just good for your speed in general. So then that's you don't want that. Okay, so let's just talk about what happened there. So the 13th villager, you wanna make a house with, and you wanna make it in like a wall. So pretty much here, I'm just preparing like walls like this, right? Like if you like this, so you protect your berries. This is for later on, but like you just want to make sure they're in a wall. Also, your boar lure, you want to get used to. Also, like if you want to do this, like if it's really far away, the houses you want to make, you want to send the villager under your TC faster. Now I want to talk about how putting like garrisoning and ungarrisoning your villager. So there's 2 types of it. Like I'm just gonna put everything on 4. So, okay, now I can just stop. So I have my garrison hotkeys on T. So pretty much I just do this, then it's inside, right? Then you have 2 things. You can either send it back to work, and this way they're gonna do what they were doing before. And with G, they go like on this or this. Like they go wherever. I have this on T. This is set gather point. And pretty much you wanna, like it depends if you were being raided, you can just use back to work. If you want to send it somewhere else, use the ungarrison hotkey. So at this time you also want to start. Also make sure you force drop here, because otherwise you would have some idle time. Keep on scouting. Your mill placement, you just wanna. It depends. Every game is gonna be different. You like it's not a big deal if you put it one away. Like if it's really clumped up, it's normally better just put it right next to it. But if it's sometimes like here, put it like this. So after they get through this one, and the villagers over here, it's really easy to wall them. Like you just put wall here, and here. And your villager is going to be safe. Like you also have to put that into account. How easy will it be to protect your vills? And also you want to put 2 on each side. What's important here is, see, you have to make sure you keep microing them. The villagers in wood, if you don't keep on microing them, they're gonna like see, they'll want to do it. You saw that. Like if you don't micro them like I did there, they're gonna walk around, and it's inefficiencies. You want to make sure you have to micro them pretty much. This way, this is enough. Okay, we send 1 villager to the 4 now. Like this is just by feeling. I think I did it a little bit too late because I was explaining, but it doesn't really matter. You just wanna make sure. You just want to get it in. It's better a little bit earlier than later. So yeah, that's just like, see, I put the hotkey on that, and yeah. I can show you how to do the under, like the town center in another video. I'll do that sometime else. So here, Now this is from now on, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna have some more tips now. So after this this boar is gonna go out, it's really important that you put one sheep on each side if you want to keep on getting food from all of them. So like you can shift like these to one sheep and these to the other sheep. This way it's going to be more efficient. So they're not going to like walk around and not have a shift point, that kind of stuff. Also, one thing I want to talk about is where do you want to kill your animals? You want to kill them right where the boar is, in like this area right here, like on the pointer of my mouse, on this area. Because if you kill them too far to the outside, they're gonna, when they're dropping off, they're gonna walk around, and then they're gonna get confused, and when they're walking back, it's not good. And if you have them too close to your town center, they cannot collect resources in this part of the sheep or boar. So you want to have them on this part, pretty much. This is the best part. And now with your scout, like just make sure, like you just have to jump, keep on jumping between, and make sure you don't run into this DC. Scouting, my scouting was kind of lazy this one because I had to focus on talking. But there's one rule of thumb how to scout. He's normally going to be on like the opposite side of the map. No, but he sometimes could be closer. But there is like a circle, and it's pretty much like a circle like this. If you look at the mouse on the minimap, and it's like this. And his town center is always going to be on the same radius as your town center. Pretty much, if you go in like a circle like this, you're always going to find it. And also berries, also micros. Like you want to make sure everything you chop. See this? Boom, microed. I already did it before. You just have to make sure you keep on microing. Then you want to get looms. Oh shit, I forgot about my own tip. You want to get loom pretty much every time you go up to village. It makes your villagers a lot tankier, so that's just a good thing to do. Okay, this is just terrible. Okay, I'm not too great at doing while talking, but that's fine. Pretty much here, the video ends. Just make sure your villagers on your town center stay efficient. Your woodlines, you want to make sure you micro them. And that's the build orders. I would recommend Cicero build orders, or like interactive build orders. So they teach you as you play. Like they're only in custom games, but pretty much they tell you, okay, now you put 2 on berries, now you put 2 on sheep. So those are the tips I have for you. I hope you enjoyed, and pretty much for here on, you just, it's VLH, so you don't really do much while you click up. You just use your scout, make sure this doesn't happen, so sheep just die randomly. This was just me being distracted because I was talking. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.